occurring when an excess of water submerges normally dry ground. Floods are frequently produced by excessive rainfall, quick snowmelt, or a storm surge from a tropical cyclone or tsunami in coastal locations. There are three types of floods, which are flash floods, river floods, and coastal floods. Flash floods are caused by rapid and severe rainfall, which rapidly rises water levels. Rivers, streams, channels, or roadways may be overwhelmed. On the other hand, river floods occur when a river's capacity is exceeded due to a frequent rain or snowmelt. Meanwhile, storm surges connected with tropical cyclones and tsunamis created coastal flooding. In this modern society, flooding is no longer a rare occurrence because it also had affected to the higher area in our country. Recently, there has been a rise in the frequency of floods. The average temperature of the sea has risen dramatically as a result of global warming. This has resulted in an increase in the frequency of tropical storms in the Caribbean. It is also to blame for rising sea level caused by melting ice caps and glaciers. In Malaysia, there are many regions that are affected by floods such as Terengganu, Kelantan, Pahang, Johor, and Kedah. As referred to Berita Harian articles, more than 16,500 flood victims were evacuated because the condition of their house is not a safe place to stay. So, they were brought to flood evacuation center. In preventing a massive flood damage in our country, a modern technology to prevent flood had been created. The technology that had been chosen is floodgate as a barrier. This technology had been invented and used in overseas. It is quite popular in high-income countries such as European countries. We are attempting to implement this technique as a means of preventing floods in our country, as it has yielded positive results. There is two objectives of this project, which are identifying the causes of floods and designing methods to prevent them. Second one, to investigate the efficiency of modern technology in flood prevention.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Fatiha Ayu binti Ahmad Sapuan and my metric number is AA20263. I'm going to explain about the occurrence of flood. A flood may occur due to natural and man-made phenomenon. In terms of natural phenomenon, flood can happen due to prolonged and heavy rainfalls where a certain area receives a huge amount of rain over an extended period until the ground becomes saturated, preventing it from absorbing any additional water. Hence, this excessive water will cause surface runoff as water could no longer infiltrate into the ground. Next, flood may occur due to storm surges. What is storm surges? Storm surges is an abnormal rise of water generated by tropical cyclones or intense storms known as typhoons or hurricanes. It is caused by strong winds where the water is forced in the direction of winds are blowing by a combination of strong winds and low pressure. Storm surges commonly happen around warm and tropical oceans, which is likely to be affected to the occurrence of flood in coastal areas. From the aspect of man-made phenomenon, a flood may arise because of deforestation. Deforestation can be defined as the action of clearing a wide areas of trees for infrastructure growth, logging, or urbanization. As a result, the loss of tree roots in maintaining the soil structure while delaying the transport of water into river and water banks had been harmed. The disturbance of this natural cycle can cause flood as the process of water flow during storms may cause certain areas downstream to receive a high volume of water. Lastly, rapid development in urbanization, where buildings are built close to riverbanks, has affected natural drainage. For example, impermeable materials like concrete used in construction can cause surface runoff as rainfall could not absorb into the soil and it is diverted into drainage system created by humans. However, the flood risk is heightened when human-made channels and waterways that are too narrow and poorly maintained. This fabrication of natural water flow has restricted the movement of water, increased the chance of blockage, and eliminate the natural flood paths.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Atira Batrisha binti Ramli and my matrix number is AA200228. Now let me explain about the construction process. The construction process is a stage for the production of a construction project where it is related to all activities such as demolition, site clearing, administration and so on. The process for the production of this automatic flood barrier wall begins with the procurement process, which is obtaining complete information related to the construction area, and ends with the complete production of the structure. This is the following process for the production of technology in the Klang River area. First, conduct a study based on a flood area to obtain information as well as to provide problem during the implementation. Next, determine the design. The design for the flood barrier is an inspiration taken from the Australian technology in preventing flood. It is used in this project as a preventative method in securing the flood research area. The construction process started with site preparation, excavation, and building process. Lastly, finishing work is the last step of the construction process, which is a cleaning process. The automatic flood barrier wall is made from material of high quality. The barrier holder is made of concrete. This is because concrete does not ruin and is not easily damaged. It also has high fire resistance and is able to withstand moisture. Next, the barrier wall. The barrier wall is made of steel which has high quality, good strength, and excellent corrosion resistance. Last is the siren and signal light. They are made from water-resistant material to prevent water penetration and deterioration so the element can function efficiently during rainy days. The figures are the original design from the Australian technology.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Azrin. Now I will present about the technology we use in this project. Alright, the technology used is called an automatic flood barrier wall. This technology works to prevent river water from flowing out of the river area when the river water level rise above the danger level. If the river water that overflows out of the river is not blocked, the situation will result in flooding in roads, housing estates, or cities. So, how does it work? Alright, let me explain it to you. This automatic flood barrier wall is built around the riverbank and it is located underground. The 2-meter wall will rise out of the underground slot built when the river water level exceeds the danger level. For example, the area experiences a monsoon season where it rains non-stop and river water levels start to rise from the time to time. When the river water level starts to hit the danger level and water detector sensor placed on the riverbank, the automatic flood barrier wall safety system will turning on and warning signal light and sounding the warning siren for 5 minutes. The purpose of the warning is to ensure that the people around the river area is aware of signal lights and warning sirens so that they stay away from the river area. After 5 minutes of signal lights and warning sirens are given and it is found that the area around the river is no longer obstructed or people near the riverbank, the automatic barrier wall will begin to be raised. Raised barrier walls will prevent river water from overflowing and remain within the river area as long as the river water level does not exceed the height of the barrier wall. This is so the technology used is able to prevent the excess river water coming out from the river and cause floods in the area around the river that will pose a danger to the public as well as preventing property damage. That's all from me. We move to the next presenter. Thank you.
A flood is by far the worst case scenario. Flooding can have a negative impact on our ecosystem and its infrastructure as they can demolish residences and render them unusable. They can also remove sand from cropland, making crop cultivation harder. Aside from the aforementioned effects, flooding contaminates clean water, resulting in infections and ailments, which is very harmful towards people and also animals. As flood had given mostly bad effect towards our country, we must find ways to prevent it, and the government need to find other alternatives and try new things so that floods can be reduced and avoided, because floods have brought down the country's economy. Therefore, the technology we have introduced should be used to ensure its effectiveness. With this new technology, we hope that it can prevent the effects of severe floods. In conclusion, there are many more ways to prevent flood that our country can design or imitate other countries' advanced technology in handling flood, and we need to maximize use of natural systems and processes to mitigate flood. That's all. Thank you.